Hello, everybody in the video land of YouTube and social media. This is Robin, the Knowledge Guy, getting back on the air. It's been a while since I put out a few videos, just about 3, 4 months, I guess, something like that. But I think it's time. I've been having some happy hour here lately, and it's been time to do some videos. Some of my knowledge I have, I want to spread out to y'all, about old technology compared to new technology. Everybody's gone hop wild on them electric cars. People are still buying them. Some people just lay the rest on their gasoline cars. Well, that's their problem. That's their business. I just live by a day-to-day basis. I watch all the news. Sometimes it's very well depressing. I watch some other programs. Yeah, it's always TV, but it's also on. I appreciate you all viewing and commenting on my past videos that I put out before. I appreciate that, and I try to put in my comments on some of them. I like classic cars. I love them. I miss them, and hell, I don't have one to speak of right now, but maybe I'll get there one of these days. But I love the classic ones. I don't care for all these new import ones. They call it American made because all the parts and stuff come from China or Japan or something like that. They're all pretty good people, all good business people over there and smarter than I am. But I just never cared for any import cars, even back in my 70 years when I was in school. And back when days when the cars were, some of the cars were, before there was Nissan, it was Datsun cars, Toyotas, and all that. 10 years later, it changed into from Datsun to Nissan. They put out some pretty good, decent cars. Yes, they did. I'll admit that. But you also can work on them yourself if you knew the technology that they had, building them, taking them Datsuns and the early Nissans. So you see the motor, see what you're doing. Other than these few front wheel drive cars that you ain't got no room to slide a knife through to see what you got, what to work with. But of course, there's some mechanic shops I see on YouTube knows how to deal with them and fix them when somebody else can't. That's right. I watch them all the time, and so even though I I wish I still be able to work on them myself for a few extra bucks, but I don't have the tools no more. I got disabled. I sold all my tools and all that kind of stuff, so I don't have this. So I just sit there and dream on on the YouTube videos that I watch on there, and it's sometimes it just it doesn't make sense on how they can put so many different parts on I never even seen or heard of on some of them cars that they hit this mechanic shop on YouTube takes apart, try to take apart from what the customers tell them what's going on. And I never seen a part like that ever. And it doesn't make sense of how that they can even why they put them on there, but that's their thing. Someone, not me. I don't want that stuff. I go for the classic ones, and say I don't have it approved now, but I would like to have back in the 70 models, 80 models. That's it. That's it. Yeah. But anyway, I just want to share some of my knowledge here. I appreciate. I've been on the Facebook trying to make it better, but I don't understand all of it. I need to borrow somebody's 3-year-old kid come over here to my house and show me how it's done. Maybe I'll understand it. Someone shows me. It might take me about a couple of hours or a couple of days to sink it all in on how to do all this stuff on Facebook and social media. But one thing I do not understand is when you try to find somebody on friend request, punch in a name, 10,000 people's got the same name. Who in the hell? What the hell's all this stuff? But I just scratch them off. I ain't gonna talk to everybody I don't want to know. Nothing gets everybody. I like meeting friends. I adore them. No, I'm not a racist. I like people of all races. I'm a very nice guy. I like all the history that they have for, what you call that thing, adventures, I guess. I'm a adventure type person. I like their history of their history of their family members. I like mine, theirs, anybody's. I like to share with them. I like their like the Chinese and Japan, all their days back then. I watched some of the movies and I tell you, some of them things are really, really interesting to learn and watch on how everybody survived back in them early 20s and 10s and all that. How everybody survived that era and all that. It's like all my relatives back then, how we survived compared to the ones today. I tell you, we didn't have the cell phones. We didn't have all the computers back then to get us through school. We had to read and write the way we had to do it, not by mom and dad's knowledge or teacher's knowledge. We had to read the books as the teacher was showing us all how to do it. Then we had to get in our mind, try to figure out what the answers are and know it in order to pass to another highest school grade and all that kind of stuff. But not like the stuff today. No, we were survivors back then, and I don't know, and we didn't have all this stuff like we are today. We had to work, think about our survival, our ways of growing up, and so forth. So things weren't all that great for us either, but we had to do what we can to survive back then. And I used to live in the state of Montana. I grew up in the state of Montana. I was a toddler in the snow and ice and every winter. We were survivors because we knew how to do all that stuff every winter. Driving in the snow, studded snow tires, chains on, how to put chains on the cars and trucks. And so we drove through the winter time, snowy weather. If you're not trained to do all that stuff, you wouldn't know nothing about on how to survive back then. But some people do ask me in person. I got friends here who I used to work with over the years. They've always asked me times how they do it back then. I just tell them. I show them how to do it if it's possible. And that's like, God, wow. I said, do you think you can do all that? He goes, no. You'll have to if you're traveling your family somewhere and you had to put chains on your car. That's how you've got to be done. It takes about maybe 5 minutes to put chains on your car to get yourself going. That's all 4 wheels or just 2. Freezing weather, storm blowing. I've done it all. Whether that's like that 30, 40 below zero, wind chill factor 65 below zero, and snowing to beat hell, you couldn't see more than further than your car when it put chains on in snowy weather. But I live in California now. So that's 25 to 30, about 40 years. I've been doing that. Didn't have to do all that stuff no more. And so I can still teach people if they want to come up to me, my former coworkers and friends, on how to do that. I'll show them. Ain't no problem. They will want to listen what I'm showing them because they're going to be doing it. That's how most people learn, is by doing it. themselves when I explain it to them. That way they get the bigger picture on how to do it. Like I'm maybe learning on how they do this video stuff on YouTube and all that. They kind of jump around to different stuff that they didn't explain to me, so I don't quite got on how to do it. But some things I do. I watch other videos on YouTube, and I appreciate their videos and help a person to do it. But one of the days I'll get it straightened out. But anyway, this is Robin, the Knowledge Guy. Sign off. This is Sayonara. Hey, sometimes you guys want to listen to me, or say fine. Don't have to take it. No big deal. But I appreciate your concern, your comments. I like it all, and likes and all that. Just like some of them. I love the car pictures. I make more comments on the classic car pictures as much as I can on how they look and what's the classic ones that you don't see anymore on the station wagons that they bring out on their video pictures and whatever through Facebook. Some of them cars I haven't seen them since I was a little kid. I comment them all the time. It's like needle in a haystack. Them station wagons and all that. I miss them things. I wish I had one because I would never get rid of it. I just how it's all rusted, gone. I'd still be driving down the road and the body work. But some of them things are just so beautiful, and I appreciate people that take the time to show their cars and get it all down pat how they do it, how they keep them, and they're going to keep getting my comments on them all the time. They got to be all original before I make comments on them, but I still like them all. And anyway, I sign off and hope you all have a very nice day and be good. Bye.